have seen is a tremendous difference between people that we hire straight out of college and people who've already had a first job. And for us in leadership, it's a huge difference because we do invest a huge amount of time training our people, all of us. I mean, I've had huge amounts of training and I came in as a freelancer, so it's not like anyone sort of comes in and doesn't learn a lot because we're inventing a different kind of media, really, in some ways. And so, um, that said, there are a lot of really concrete things that I find that the people who either have already had a job or who we have had people who this was their first job, but they had worked in their alumni office, they'd been president of their sorority, they had, maybe worked for nonprofits during college, like in a volunteer capacity. And it kind of boils down to some really concrete things. And I have a list. Do you mind if I read my list?
List for us, Sharron.
What'd you say?
I said, please read it. I'm
Okay.
excited.
It's really simple stuff. This is not what you think of when you're thinking college and resumes and applications, but these are the kinds of things that really make a big difference in terms of the impression that you make on your employer and how much time your employer has to teach you how to have a job. So it's things like, how do you write a good email? A lot of college students aren't using email, but you've got to actually be able to do that in a professional capacity. How to let your boss or whoever's given you an assignment know that you've got it, you're on it. Don't just have someone send you an assignment and then nothing happens. You need to say something like, hey, really looking forward to turning this around by tomorrow morning, or I'll have this to you by 2 p.m., or, to make sure that I understand, do I need this? Like to ask, don't just drop it because somebody needs to check it off of their list. How to answer and talk on the phone, really, really critical. You need to be able to answer the phone with confidence. Hi, this is Sharron, you know, or hey, may I please speak to Danielle? Like you need to be able to project yourself with confidence on the phone. The next part is how to project confidence. So let's say if you're on the phone, you don't want to be like, hello, or something like that. And in a meeting, you don't, or in a situation with someone who you're talking to at work, you don't want to seem sort of meek and scared. Even if you are, you don't want to come across that way. How to manage and own a project or assignment or your workday versus waiting to be told what to do, or being given the information that you need. This is a really big thing that we end up teaching all of our people. It's not like in school where you have like certain criteria that you have to check off. You really have to be the owner of your projects when you're in a work situation. There's only a couple more. How to write and speak in a way that doesn't use passive voice. So don't say like, well, I'd made the edits I was told to make, because that sounds a little bit passive aggressive. It also sounds like you're not taking responsibility and you're not confident. You want to say, hey, I've made those edits. Are we ready to go? Something like that. Um, how to take feedback on board to get better without taking it personally. In our company, everyone who is giving feedback is doing it in a way to help everyone else get better. We love what we do and we want to help everybody get better. And there's never a reason to take it personally because it's never like a put down. That's just not where anyone's coming from. And then two more things: how to introduce yourself at meetings or events and how to follow up. And then the final thing is, no, sorry, it's not the final, it's the second to last. How to use Google. It's really important to Google simple things. Don't do an article. Don't come to your boss with a question. Don't do anything without checking Google first. It really will save everybody a lot of time. And then finally, always send a thank you note. Doesn't have to be handwritten on monogram stationery, but if you have an interview with somebody and you take their time, don't wait till 4 days later. Like that day, 30 minutes later, hey, Danielle, it was so great meeting with you. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be part of this talk. I really loved it. I'd be happy to be part of something like this in the future. You know, let me know how I can help. Something like that. Loved interviewing with you. Really love the idea of being able to work at Montevallo. It sounds like such a great opportunity. I'd love to contribute to what y'all are doing. So that's my list.